Welcome back to another Matt Leach golf video. It is a fit-in 5 again today, and Ali T from fit&flexi is going to take us through a post-round stretching routine. So it's really important to warm up before you play golf. It's also vital that you stretch and have a warm down after you play golf to make sure that your body stays nice and fresh for the following day and that we don't have too many aches and pains. Ali, what's our first move today?
So this is just basically a cool down for after your round, focusing on stretching out the muscles that are under quite a lot of tension whilst you're playing golf. So your lower back, your glutes, your hamstrings and your shoulders, opening all out after you've just played. So the first stretch, they're all nice and easy, so you can do them on course. It's just having your golf club in front, placing both hands on top, taking your feet about hip width apart, and then just leaning forward into it with nice straight legs so you can feel it down the back of your legs to stretch out your hamstrings and your lower back and through your shoulders.
So a lot of you probably would have seen the Spanish golfing legend Miguel Angel Jimenez doing this one. He often does this as a pre-round stretch. He does a little hip wiggle and stuff in there as well. So we're trying to channel our inner Miguel Jimenez with this one. And oh, I'll tell you what, you can really feel it down the back of the legs.
Yeah, so just take it down and hold it there. Good. And really feel it. Like you said, you can have a wiggle around and see where you can feel it. Nice, and just ease all the tension through your lower back. Take off any tension off your shoulders and stretch through your hamstrings because they've been under quite a lot of stress whilst you've been playing 18 holes.
Lots of stress in my case.
Good. Move number 2 is a hamstring stretch. So you have your golf club just out in front of you in one hand. Your back leg is bent. Your front leg is straight with your foot on the floor, and you just lean your hips back into the back leg. You should then feel it down the back of your front leg in your hamstring. If you want a stretch through the calf, you then lift the toe up and you can feel it going down the calf. So use that golf club for balance and really feel into the back of the leg.
Okay.
That's it, nice. Can you feel that?
Definitely feel that down the back of the leg, and yeah, you can really feel the calf getting engaged when you just lift those toes off the ground. That's a nice one for me. I've got tight calves, so I can definitely feel that one. Oh, lovely. I've just switched sides. Nice. And like anything, you're probably going to find that one side is slightly more tight than the other. And that doesn't mean you should necessarily stretch that side extra, it just means that that side is a little bit tighter. So always make sure that you even yourself out when you're doing these stretches so that we don't get too imbalanced.
It's really important to stretch after each round as well, so that the next day you don't have that muscle ache and fatigue. Get all the blood flowing through your muscles again so they can repair. So the next stretch is a hip flexor stretch. Again, have your club out in front of you. Opposite leg is in front in a lunge position. Back leg, you want to squeeze your glute and tuck your hips underneath, so tuck your pelvis forwards so you can really feel it through the hip flexor of the back leg. And then to get even deeper into it and open up into a twist, you can take your other arm back so you can really feel it through the hip flexor, across the core and opening up the shoulders.
Right, so
take it into a nice deep lunge. Excellent. Squeeze the glute to tuck the hip underneath. Good, and then open up into a twist.
oh, nice. So what you can probably tell from this is that Ali's organised us a little stretching routine which works every single area of the body which has been under tension during the golf swing and walking around the golf course. This is going to make sure that when we come off and when we move into the following day or few days, that we shouldn't feel too much tension in the body, and we should recover nice and quickly to enable us to get out on the golf course again sooner and better.
Yeah, it is really important to do a post-round stretch. Even if you don't feel tight at the time, you might do the next day. So then, into a glute stretch. Okay, so you have your golf club out in front of you, standing on the same leg as the golf club. Take the other leg and place the foot onto the leg just on top of the knee. Your golf club here is crucial for balance. Then sink back into the hips and you should feel it through the glute and down the side of the quad in the IT band, which is really important to open up because again, from all the twisting action, this is an area that can get really tight.
Yeah, you can really feel the balance being worked on this one. The golf club is essential for maintaining balance and not falling over. Also, we're trying to use a golf club for you to make sure that anyone can do this stretching routine, irrelevant of your ability or flexibility, age. We want you to be able to have a good stretch after you've played your round of golf. So having this here as a little support means that even if you've got great balance or even if you've got terrible balance, you should be able to go through this stretching routine. So there's no excuses.
And you look like a total pro, obviously, after doing a round, doing a few stretches on the golf course with your clubs. So last stretch that we've got today is a shoulder opener. You may want to use the longest club in your bag again, but take your hands to either side of your golf club, stand up nice and tall, and just take it overhead to open up your chest and your shoulders. You can take it as far back as feels comfortable to open up into a stretch, and you can take it side to side if you want to feel the stretch in one shoulder more than the other.
Cool. So this is probably one of those ones again, like we found with some of the other stretches, where you might find that one side feels a little tighter than the other when you take the club from side to side. For me, it's this side. That side feels a little bit tighter for me. So again, doesn't necessarily mean you want to work that side extra. It just means that you need to be aware that we want to try and balance yourselves out as much as possible. Oh, this is a good one. My goal with this, by the way, is to be able to get my hands all the way around the back of my head. I think I'm a little way off.
You're getting there though, this is definitely going to help.
Getting there. Oh, lovely. Excellent, guys. So that is our stretching routine for post-round. And you should have seen the warm-up video that we did previously, which is a great way to prime your body to go out and play a round of golf. This is a great way to prime your body to make sure over the next couple of days you shouldn't be feeling too much pain and too much aches, and you should be fresh to go back out on the golf course again. Thank you very much again, Ali. It's been superb. One quick question. Roughly how long should we spend holding each stretch, do you think? What's a good sort of time?
So try and spend about 30 seconds holding each stretch. So it's nice and simple, very quick at the end of your round, and it's just a cool down stretch. So you don't have to push to your absolute limit or anything. We're just literally trying to open up the muscles after they've been under that tension whilst playing.
And is this the sort of thing which we should be doing as soon as we walked off the 18th green, or is it the sort of thing that we can do once we get home?
Both, really. It's obviously best to do it straight away after you've just played, whilst your muscles are all nice and warm. Otherwise, when you get home, they might have already started to seize up, you might be a little bit cooler and you don't want to pull anything. But if you then want to do it at home again when you get back and you feel a little niggle or a bit of tension, then of course you can do a little stretch and release that tension as much as you want.
Perfect. That's all we need to know, I think, for this week. Guys, if you've really enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you could subscribe to the channel, it really helps us out. I'll also put a link to Ali's channel somewhere down the bottom of the video here, so make sure you check hers out as well. It's Fit and Flexi, and we will see you for the next Golf Fit and 5.